Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear guys. I am Professor Azmat Ali and you are watching my channel Maths for You. I welcome you all in class of Operation Research. In last lecture I have discussed about course content of Operation Research and some recommended books used for Operation Research. In today's lecture we will properly start first chapter of Operation Research, that is the linear programming. In this chapter we will discuss following topics. We will start from concept of linear inequalities, associated equations of linear inequalities, graph of linear inequalities, test points, feasible solution and feasible region, corner points, linear programming, objective function, optimal solution and theorem of optimality, that is also called fundamental theorem of linear programming. So let us start from linear inequalities. Concept of linear inequality is same as the concept of linear equations. You know that an equation is called linear equations if the power or exponent of a variable is equal to 1. In the similar way, here linear inequalities can be defined as inequality of the form ax plus by less than c or greater than c less than equal to c greater than equal to c. These are the four types of the linear inequalities. For example, you can write 2x plus 3y less than 6 greater than 6 less than or equal to 6 greater than equal to 6. So this is the example of linear inequalities in two variables. If you write x is greater than 6, this is also a linear inequalities, but here there is only one variable, that is x here. But if you write 2x square plus 3x greater than 5, this is not a linear inequality. Now this is a quadratic inequality. So linear inequality is an inequality in which the variable has only power equal to 1. Next, what does mean by the associated equation of linear inequality? As you can see that here there are the four types of inequality: ax plus by less than c greater than c less than equal to c greater than equal to c. These are four inequalities involve less than sign, greater than sign, less than or equal sign, greater than or equal to sign. But when we say about its associated equation, these four inequalities has only one associated equation, that is ax plus by equal to c. This is the associated equation of these four inequalities. This associated equation is also called the boundary line of these inequality. This is also called boundary line of these four inequalities. For example, if you want to find here boundary line or associated equation of this inequality 2x plus 3y less than 6, this will be 2x plus 3y equal to 6. Suppose our inequality is 2x plus 3y less than equal to 6, then again its associated equation will be same, 2x plus 3y equal to 6. Next, graph of linear inequalities. Graph of linear inequality is always a half plane. Graph of a linear inequality is always a half plane. Now this half plane can be of four types. One is a right half plane, second is left half plane, third is upper half plane, and fourth is lower half plane. So there are the four types of a half plane. Always the graph of a linear inequality is of one of the four types. For example, Firstly, I discuss about right and left half plane of the linear inequality. Suppose I have an inequality x greater than 2 and I want to draw its graph. Suppose this is x-axis and this is y-axis and this is origin. Our inequality is x greater than 2. The corresponding associated equation of x greater than 2 is x equal to 2. Now you can plot x is equal to 2 here on the x-axis. This is x is equal to 2. And this vertical line, the graph of this associated equation x is equal to 2. But I want to draw the graph of x greater than 2. X greater than 2 mean all the values that are greater than 2. Like as your x may be 2.1, 2.01, 3, 3.01, 100, 100.5. So all the inequalities, all the values, all the real values that are greater than 2 will be in the graph of x greater than 2. So at this time the graph of this inequality will be this, which is the right half plane. Right half plane to the line x is equal to 2. Further also, here it may be noted that because our inequality contains just greater than sign, so this boundary line will not be a solid line. This will be a dotted line. This will be a dotted line. When our inequality just contain greater than or less than sign, then the boundary line will be a dotted line. So now this is the dotted line. But when you see here our inequality contain less than or equal or greater than or equal sign, that is the equal sign is present in our inequality, then the boundary line will be a dotted line, a solid line. Okay. So this is the example of right half plane. Similarly, if you want to draw graph of x less than 2, now this will be a left half plane. So left and right half plane will occur in case of a vertical line, and vertical line will be when you write x equal to some real number. Also upper and lower half plane, when your inequality contain y is equal to something, suppose your inequality is y is greater than 5. Y greater than 5 mean this is our y is equal to 5, and suppose this is the y greater than equal to 5. Because here inequality contain equal sign, so the boundary line will be a solid line. This is the boundary line y is equal to 5. This is this boundary line that is a straight line just represent the graph of y is equal to 5. But we need to find graph of y greater than equal to 5. Greater than equal to 5 mean all those values that are greater than 5 will be in the solution of this inequality. So our graph will be this, above this line. And similarly, if we draw a graph of y less than 5 or less than equal to 5, then graph will be below the line. That will be lower half plane. Further, suppose that our linear inequality is present in both variables x and y. Suppose our inequality is 2x plus 3y less than equal to 6, and I want to draw a graph of this inequality. Now this inequality contain both variables x and y, whereas in the first two examples this inequality just contain variable x and this contain variable y only. Now this inequality have both variables x and y. To draw a graph of this inequality, first step is step number 1, find its associated equation or boundary line of the given inequality, that is 2x plus 3y equal to 6. Step number 2. Find x-intercept and y-intercepts of the given of this associated equation. You know that x-intercept is a point where y is 0. So by putting here y equal to 0, your x will be 3. When y equal to 0, this implies your x is equal to 3. Similarly, for y-intercept, when x is equal to 0, this implies your y is equal to 2. So x-intercept are the points 3, 0 and y-intercept is the point 0, 2. Next we make x-axis and y-axis and draw here x-intercepts and y-intercept. Next we make here x-axis and y-axis. Suppose this is y-axis and this is our x-axis. This is our origin. Next we plot here x-intercept and y-intercept. Here value of x is 3 and value of y is 2. So suppose this is 1, 2 and 3. This is the point x3, y0 and 1, 2. This is x0, y2. By joining these two points, we get this boundary line that actually represents the graph of this straight line 2x plus 3y equal to 6. 2x plus 3y equal to 6. Next, our target is to find the graph of this linear inequality 2x plus 3y less than equal to 6. Now we want to need a test point. So firstly, how can we define test point? Test point is actually a point that determines the direction in which graph of the linear inequalities lies. First important point, test point is a point that will not lies on the given inequality, or that will not satisfy the associated equation of this linear inequality. Usually we will take 0, 0 as a test point. You can notice that 0, 0 not satisfy the this associated equation. We can take any point as a test point other than 0, 0, but 0, 0 is easier for us. So by taking 0, 0 as a test point and by putting x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 in the given inequality, we have 2 into 0 plus 3 into 0. This will become 0, which is less than or equal to 6. By taking test point, by putting x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 in the left side of the given inequality, we see that answer is 0, which is less than the right side of the inequality, that is 6. This shows that the graph of this inequality is towards the origin. When test point is satisfied, this shows that the graph will be towards the origin if 0, 0 is taken as a test point. Suppose, can we take 1, 1 as a test point? Yes. All points that does not lies on this straight line can be taken as a test point. But 1, 1 is not convenient for us, such as 0, 0. So because 0, 0 is less than 6 that satisfies this inequality, so graph of this inequality is towards the origin. This shows graph of the inequality. That is the again a lower half plane towards the origin. So this is a method to draw the graph of the linear inequalities of two variables. Next, What is the feasible solution and feasible region? Feasible solution and feasible region. Any region that satisfies our inequality is called feasible region. You can notice that here graph lies at this time in first quadrant, second, third, fourth quadrant. So this all area, all portion, all region is called here feasible region. For example, any point lies in third quadrant can be taken as feasible solution of this inequality because that point will always satisfy the given inequality. But any point that lies here, for example, if you take here x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 4, point will be in first quadrant, 4, 4. 4, 4 will never satisfy this inequality because 4, 4 not lies in the feasible solution, feasible region. You can notice that here when you put x is equal to 4 here and y is equal to 4 here, this will become 2 4, the 8, 12, this is 20, 20 is not less than equal to 6. So 4, 4 cannot be the solution of this inequality. So feasible region is a region that satisfies our inequality, and any solution of the feasible region is called feasible solution. For example, can we take x is equal to minus 4 and y is equal to minus 4 as a feasible solution? Yes, because minus 4 and minus 4 lies in third quadrant and graph also lies in third quadrant. So minus 4 can be taken as a feasible solution. Next, what is corner point? Very important in linear programming. Corner point or points are the points where the linear inequalities cut each other or cut x-axis and y-axis. For example, here at this time I have only one inequality, that is 2x plus 3y less than equal to 6. This inequality cut x-axis and y-axis at 2 points. One is y-intercept, that is x0, y2, and this is x-intercept, that is x3, y0. So at this example there are the two corner points, one is 0, 2 and other is 3, 0. So corner points are the points of the feasible solution. The first important thing is corner points are the points of feasible solution. Are the points of feasible solution. First and the last important thing, corner points should be the points of the feasible solutions. Corner points are the points of the feasible solution where inequalities, where the associated equations, where the associated equations of given inequalities, cut each other and cut axis are called the corner points. For example, suppose I draw a graph of two linear inequalities. Suppose our first graph of our first inequality is this, below this line, and graph of our second inequality is this. And that is towards the origin but above this line. Now the common region between both lines is this. lies in, suppose this lies in first quadrant only. Now, according to this graph, these two lines, this is L1 suppose and this is L2. These are the two boundary lines of some inequalities. These two lines cut x-axis here, y-axis here. Suppose this is point A. L1 cut x-axis here. This is point B. This is point C. And suppose this is origin 0, 0 also included here due to non-negative constraint that I will discuss later. Now this portion is called feasible region, and every solution of this feasible region will be feasible solution. Now, in this feasible solution, you can notice that there are the 4 points where the boundary line intersect each other and cut x-axis and y-axis. First is point A, second is B, C, and the fourth one is origin. So these 4 are the corner points here. Suppose here is also a point D where line L2 cut x-axis. That is the x-intercept for line L2. Can we take D as a corner point? No, because D is not in the feasible region. So corner points are only those points where the lines cut each other, where lines cut axis, but that corner points should be in the feasible solution. Because our feasible solution is only this portion, this. That's why our corner points are only 4, 0, A, B, C. D cannot be taken as here corner point. So this is the concept of the corner point here. Okay, next we move towards important segment of today lecture. Now we discuss what is the linear programming, what is objective function, optimal solution, and theorem of optimality. Suppose I have a question, maximize the function fxy is equal to 2x plus 5y subject to the constraints 2y minus x less than equal to 8, x minus y less than equal to 4, where x is greater than equal to 0, y is greater than equal to 0. Linear programming. Linear programming is a procedure which is used to maximize or minimize a given function, that is called objective function. As in our example here, this function fxy equal to 2x plus 5y, this is objective function which we have to maximize or minimize. Both words maximize and minimize can be summarized in word optimize. So linear programming is a procedure which is used to optimize a given objective function. Subject to the constraint. Constraints are some conditions. Like as here, you see that you have to maximize this function under these conditions. When your 2y minus x less than equal to 8 and x minus y is less than equal to 4, and where x is greater than equal to 0, y is greater than equal to 0, these two conditions are called non-negative constraints. Non-negative conditions or constraints. These non-negative constant actually shows our solution will always lies in first quadrant, because you know that in first quadrant all x and y are positive. Next, optimal solution. A solution that maximize or minimize our given objective function will be optimal solution. I will discuss here in example. Theorem of optimality. Theorem of optimality or the fundamental theorem of linear programming says that optimal solution always lies at the corner point. Theorem of linear programming or theorem of optimality says that if the solution of a linear programming model exists, then it will always exist at one of the corner point. Now we solve this example. We have to maximize this function under these constraints. Firstly, we will draw graph of these two linear inequalities, and for drawing graph of these linear inequalities, we find its their associated equations. Associated equation of the first linear inequality is here, 2y minus x equal to 8, and the second inequality has associated equation x minus y equal to 4. Next we will find here x intercept and y intercept, or by just making this table. This is x, this is y. When x is 0 here, your y is, when x is 0 here, your y is 4, and when your y is 0, your y is 0, your x is minus 8. Okay. In the similar here, x, y. When x is 0, your y is minus 4, and when y is 0, your x is 4. Next we draw these intercepts on x-axis and y-axis. Next we draw these intercepts on x-axis and y-axis. Our first point is x0, y4, that is on the y-axis, y-intercept. x0, y4, suppose this is x0, y4. Second is x minus 8, y0, lies on the negative x-axis. This is x minus 8, y0. By joining these two order pairs, this line, that is the boundary line of the first inequality, 2y minus x less than equal to 8. So this line, straight line, represent the graph of this equation, 2y minus x equal to 8. Okay. Second, when x is 0, y is minus 4, lies on negative y-axis. x0, y is minus 4, suppose this is here, x0, y minus 4. And second point is x0, y4, x0, y4, x0, y4. By joining also these 2 points, we can get a graph of this is the graph of this equation, x minus y equal to 4, x minus y equal to 4. By extending these 2 lines, these 2 lines will intersect each other at some point. Suppose these 2 lines intersect each other at this point, and this is the point of intersection of these two linear equations. Next we will take here test point. We take here test point as a 0, 0 as a test point. So by putting x0, y0 in the first inequality, 2 into 0 minus 0, this is equal to 0, which is less than equal to 8. This is true. When we put x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 in the first inequality, your answer is 0, which is less than right side of the given inequality. This shows that the graph of this inequality is towards the origin, and 2y minus x equal to 8, this graph of this inequality will towards the origin. So graph of this inequality will below this line. This will be the graph of first inequality, that is 2x 2x plus y, 2x minus y less than equal to 8. Notice that here we have a non-negative constant x greater than equal to 0, y greater than equal to 0. So that's why I label this graph only in first quadrant. I shade this graph only in first quadrant. Second, third or fourth quadrant will not be considered here because due to the non-negative condition. Again, this is the point of x0, y4. This was the point x0. Next we check whether 0, 0 satisfied also this inequality or not. By putting x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 in the left side of the inequality, we have 0 minus 0 that is equal to 0, which is less than 4. This is also true. This shows that the graph of this inequality is also towards the origin. The boundary line of that inequality was this, x minus y equal to 4. So graph of this inequality will be towards the origin. So graph of this inequality will be this. So the common graph between two inequality is this. This is the feasible region. This is the feasible region. For more clearance, suppose this is the region whose coordinate is 0, 0. Say this point A, 0, 0. This is the point of intersection of two inequalities. Say this is point B and this is the third point C, 0, 4. So our feasible region is a quadrilateral OABC. Our feasible region is a quadrilateral OABC. Now to find optimal solution of the given inequality, we need to find corner point. Here there are 4 corner points here. One is 0, 0, other is A, 4, one is C, 4, and the last one is B. B is the point of intersection of two inequalities. So firstly we find point of intersection of these two associated equations here. So by putting value of x is equal to y plus 4 in this inequality, this will become 2y minus, from here x is equal to 4 plus y. By putting this value x is equal to y, 4 plus y, here 4 plus y equal to 8. This will become 2y minus 4 minus y equal to 8. Y equal to 12. This is y is equal to 12. By substituting y is equal to 12 in this equation, we get x is equal to 16. So the point of intersection of both associated equation is x16 and y12. So our point B is x16 and y12. Now lastly, we make here a table. Corner point. Our first corner point is 0 origin. Our second point is A04. Third corner point is B, x16, y12. And the fourth one is C, 04. Now putting these corner point in our objective function, that is fxy equal to 2x plus 5y. By putting x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 in our objective function, the value is 0. When you put x is equal to 0 here and y is equal to 4 here, your answer will be 20. By putting b, x is equal to 16, this will become 32 plus y is equal to 12, this will become 60, final 92, and lastly at point C04, value of our objective function is 4 5s are 20. This is our point 40. This is our point 4. This is our point 40. 40. So A is 40. When x is 4, y is 0. This is 8, and this is 20. As we have to find the maximum value of the given objective function, because our function in the question we have to maximize given objective function. As the maximum value of the objective function exists at point 1612, so 1612 is one of the corner point that optimize our objective function. This is the optimal solution. So optimal solution is x is equal to 12, y is equal to x is equal to 16, y is equal to 12. You can notice that your optimal solution is one of the corner point. As we have discussed in theorem of optimality, if solution of linear programming exists, then it will be one of the corner point. So our optimal solution is here one of the corner point, that is B, 16 and 12. I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you find this video is helpful, kindly like, share and subscribe my channel. Inshallah, we will meet in the next lecture. In that lecture, we will discuss about a simplex method. That is the very important in operation research. Okay, Allah Hafiz.